let's talk about Armarouge. Starting with the stats, it's good at offense and mobility, that's secondary. Now you could assign items and some emblems that would increase both offense and mobility, but I prefer to just go all out offense, if that makes sense. I also find that it's just the best setup in general. And as for the items, I have the shell bell, the slick spoon, and the energy amplifier. Of course, if you can, get them to level 30. We start with the shell bell. When a Pokemon hits a move, it recovers a minimum of 80 HP at level 20. The higher the Pokemon's special attack, the more HP it recovers. So I want Armarouge to have a recovery option, and the cooldown is actually very important, especially for special attackers, because I just found this out. When a Pokemon's basic attack is used, it actually uses its physical attack stat. And if you're a special sweeper like Armarouge, you would want to minimize the reliance on those basic attacks as much as possible. That's why, aside from boosting its special attack recovery, the Shell Bell also gives its cooldown a reduction. So that's why the Shell Bell is a good item for it. Next is the Slick Spoon. This is a standard item for most special sweepers. It ignores partially the target's special defense, and it also boosts HP, so more endurance options. And finally, the Energy Amplifier. This further reduces cooldown of the moves as well as your Unite move. If you think about it, I could have gone with another item like Choice Specs or Wise Glasses, which would directly boost special attack. However, going back to that cooldown discussion where basic attacks would use the physical attacking stat of the Pokemon, it would be to our best interest to reduce the cooldown for the moves as much as possible, so we'd rely on those instead for damage, if that makes sense. So that's the held items that I chose with. Now for the moves, let's talk about it real quick. Now, Fire Spin and Armor Cannon, I would usually go for the move with a lesser cooldown, in this case Armor Cannon. However, Fire Spin is just much better, and you'll get to see what I mean once I use it. And then, between Flame Charge and Psyshock is not only better, but also it has a lower cooldown. And of course, the Psychic move, the Unite move, Psychoboo. So again, I would use Fire Spin and Psyshock as the chosen moves. And before we do a demo battle, let's talk about the emblems that I have. This set of emblems that I have for Darkrai is the same as I would use for Armarouge. Just like Darkrai, Armarouge would also excel in offense and mobility, but I decided to just go all out offense. So I have green emblems maximized to increase the special attack, and then I have black emblems. Make it 6 if you could. I just don't have the right amount of emblems with me to make it happen. So, I actually make it 7 too, if you could. I just don't have the right emblem combinations with me to make it happen. So, here I have Venusaur, Lugia, Jumpluff, Vileplume, Gengar, Grimer, Zubat, Beedrill, Meganium, and Ledion. So this is what you could use. I would have lots of special attack boosts, and then I would also have HP defense, special defense, and movement speed. Since I can't like boost it with items, or rather I chose not to boost it with items, I just use the emblems instead to give it a boost. So that's the emblems, and unfortunately I don't own the Armarouge license yet, but I do have a trial license. So the best that I could do is a casual battle. Just to let you know, I am at Master Rank 1414. So I play decently, is what I'm trying to say. I would use Bethea Sky Ruins, and I would use my trial license for Armarouge. So let's do this for a demo battle. Alright, here we go. Let us have some fun. Alright, as I have mentioned, I will be using the trial license of Armarouge, which should be here. Yes, I want to use it. As you can see, the recommended path for Armarouge is at the bottom. I'm gonna do that. And for battle preparation, I have my, not supposed to be my Blissey. I'm gonna equip the Darkrai set that I just showed you. X attack is our battle item since we're going all out offense for the maximum damage, and as I have discussed, I would use the Shell Bell, the Slick Spoon, as well as the Energy Amplifier. We are ready to go. I'm gonna try to suggest for either the Garchomp or the Lucario user to use a supporter instead, so we'd have all 5 roles present, because that's ideal. If not, then we just have to do with this. Alright, bottom path, let's go. We have 3 supporters, 1 defender, 1 speedster. Okay, they love their supporters. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Alright, you remember that we are recommended in the bottom path, so that's what we're gonna do. I am going to go after the wild Pokemon here. I'm not sure what the Swinub's item is, but I hope it has an EXP share so I can level up faster. If you do want like a mobility set, you could replace one of the held items with EXP share just so you could get to level 5 faster, because that's when Armarouge, that's when Charcadet is going to evolve. For now, I'm just going to go after these wild Pokemon. As you can see, the cooldown is kind of working, the cooldown effect. The moves are available to me more times because of it. Let me just do this. Alright. The combined offense is gonna be too much for these supporters. But again, they are bulky, so might as well. I'm gonna do Fire Spin. Okay. As soon as Armarouge evolves, you would immediately see the difference, or like the immediate boost in power. And that's why between Ceruledge and Armarouge, they're both good, but I just think that Armarouge can be more threatening because of the immediate damage that it has, especially with the cooldowns. It's like so effective that before this Fire Spin even finishes, I would already have Psyshock with me, as you would observe. Alright, we are doing great. This is why I love Armarouge. I know that in ranked battles, Darkrai is consistently being banned right now, but whenever I have a choice, I also ban Armarouge, because look at this damage. It's all actually been nerfed already during the latest update, but it still feels very strong, in my opinion. Even with the nerf, it's not like lacking in power or anything. And it's rather easy to use. I would see why people would like to use Armarouge. I'm gonna go after this Reggie. I'm gonna use Psyshock and then Fire Spin. And notice how Psyshock would be available to me right away, even before my Fire Spin stops, because of the cooldown items that we're holding. The Shell Bell as well as the Energy Amplifier. That's how effective it is. So while you're not getting a special attack boost, the extra damage is coming from your special moves being available to you more times because of the cooldown reduction items. So that's kind of the idea behind this set. Also, like the Unite move being available to you more times than usual because of the cooldown reduction is a bonus. Alright, my Unite move is actually available already. I'm just gonna use it to steal this from the enemy. Usually I would wait for like direct confrontations before using my Unite moves. But I'm gonna take advantage of the energy amplifier and have that cooldown already at a reduced rate. So I'm just gonna spam it. I am at level 11 and this Mr. Mime is at level 8. Is that unfair or what? Alright. Well, I tried to pursue it. Can I outpace them? Nah, I shouldn't have done that. What I was supposed to do is score, but I should have just gone for the Reggie at the bottom. That was on me. I shouldn't have done that. I got cocky. No worries. Let me redeem myself, please. We're doing great so far. Like in terms of the objectives, we're getting it. So anybody who would get close would also get caught in this fire spin. This is why I like fire spin more than armor cannon, because as opposed to a like single target move, you have like an area damaging move, which is useful. Because remember, Armarouge is not that good with endurance, and your big problems would be those melee fighters who would be proficient at close combat. And with fire spin, you kind of mitigate that because they would think twice about getting close to you because of the area damage that you're able to do with fire spin. Also, if you've tried using armor cannon ever, you just know why fire spin is the better choice. See, this Zero Aura is an example of a melee attacker that we would have difficulty otherwise if we're not using fire spin. And that's what I tried to do earlier, however, I got outpaced by the enemy. We are at the 3-minute mark. I just noticed that. I think I could just spam these moves, like, indefinitely because of the cooldown items. Alright, Unite move. Oh my god, he dodged it. That's fine. I will try to deal as much damage as I can. Yeah. Up. Hold on. I'll go back to the base real quick so I could secure some HP before joining the Rayquaza fight. I hope I'm not too late. Please, please. We got this. I think they did much of the hard work for us. I like it. Go for this. See how easy it is with Armarouge? I think there was a week where it just dominated the metagame. I'm not sure, like with Darkrai around, if that is still the case. But Armarouge is still one of the best Pokemon around, I would say. Also, I did a poll wherein I asked if people would like a Unite guide for Darkrai, Psyduck, or Armarouge, the new Pokemon. The latest 3 Pokemon. And Armarouge won in a landslide, over 70% of the vote. And you can see why. Now, once I own this Armarouge license, like for good, I might make like a video update with me using it in the master round because I think it deserves that. I guess it's my fault for being poor. I can't afford it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
All right, let's see how we did. Okay, since Armarouge is good at offense and mobility, I would like gauge my performance based on the KOs and the assists. 15 and then 3 is not bad. Score isn't also bad. It's not good at scoring, but 300 points is nothing to scoff at. Now let's look at the battle data. The damage dealt, 125,000 is nothing to scoff at as well. That's 43% of the total damage output of the team. And that is my recommended set for Armarouge, everyone. I hope you got something from this video, hopefully. If there is a Pokemon that you would like me to make a Unite video guide of, let me know in the comments. And for now, goodbye.